You watching this right now probably have more followers than you do viewers, which is totally normal for a streamer. However, if you want to grow your average viewers, then you need to make those followers keep returning to your stream. To do this, you need to understand go lives, but more importantly, you need to understand how to make appealing content for your audience. Lucky for you, in this video, we're going to be covering not just how to use go lives, but also how to make appealing content for your audience so that you can grow your average viewers. Let's go. Hey, I'm Eljay with StreamScheme.com, and I'm also a variety streamer over at twitch.tv/LJM_. There's a link in the description if you would like to check me out while I'm live. Today, I'm going to show you guys the best way to grow your average viewers. We're going to cover how to optimize your go lives and in turn, how to get your followers to keep returning to your stream no matter what. This video does assume that you have gained some followers to start with, but even if you are brand new, just starting out, understanding the concepts that are going to be talked about in this video are going to take you a long way in content creation and streaming. I'm going to be giving you dozens of actionable examples that you can go away and use right now. And I'm even going to reveal how I took my go live clicks from getting a normal 80 to 100 every time I streamed to 282 for one night, and why you do not want to do that. All that coming up in this video, but I'll tell you something you do want to do though, checking out our sponsor, Own.tv. Owned are your one-stop shop for all things streaming related. They have absolutely everything you need. If you buy their full stream package, most of the time it comes with panels, they come with alerts, they have everything. If you just buy one pack, you'll be set up and have everything looking nice so you can just focus on your content. There's a link in the description if you want to check out Owned, as well as if you want to support me and the channel guys, because without them, we couldn't make these videos. So a massive thank you for Own.tv for supporting us and sponsoring these videos. Also in the description are the time codes. So if you want to skip ahead to wherever you want in this video, like potentially the final tips, which I usually save to be the best tips, you can do that. Okay, so we need to establish the problem that most of you guys watching this are having. And now a few of you might go, great, he's already established this is getting repetitive, but I promise you, this is one of the most crucial concepts you're going to learn as a streamer and a content creator, so bear with me. So the problem is a lot of you guys are gaining followers, however, you're not growing your average viewers at the exact same rate or anywhere near the same rate. I see a lot of people who will reach the 50 follower mark, but they'll only have 1 to 2 average viewers. Or even more so, we have 1,000 followers, but they've only got 5 viewers. Obviously, the problem you're having is the people who are following aren't returning to more streams. They aren't coming back to check you out again, despite the fact that they've obviously shown intent that they want to because they followed you while you were live. The two core reasons people aren't returning to your stream usually come down to content and schedule. Now, we have to assume that you're going to stick to a schedule. You've locked a schedule in and you're going to stick to it. And then the second one, we have to assume that you're at least gaining a few followers in the content you're producing. If you are changing your schedule every single week, or you're streaming 5 hours a day and you're not getting a single follower, well, those are two different problems you have to solve. And we have videos on the channel that'll help you diagnose what that issue is. But again, we're going to assume that you're gaining followers and you just need to make them come back to your stream and grow your average viewers. Okay, so we've established the problem and kind of given you an idea of how we're going to solve it. What is the first step? Well, the first step is honestly understanding your audience demographic and what their intent is and what they want to see from you. We discussed this briefly in my video about how to read your Twitch analytics, and I really recommend you click that video and check it out as well. It's linked in the description. If I have 1,000 followers and 800 of them came when I was playing Valheim, and the other 200 of them came when I played Barbie Dreamtime Adventures, then if I go live, the majority of them won't click on my stream or my go live if it says that I'm going to be playing Fortnite, even if the age range of Fortnite players is the same as Barbie Dreamtime players. Your go lives and streams need to be catered to your largest audience and the places that people are following you from. This is super crucial if you're looking to grow your average viewers. Changing too often or switching up your content means that people aren't going to stick around because they didn't follow you for the other content. It is true that it can be incredibly tough to transition from a shoebox type of content to different types. However, it's not impossible and there are steps you can take to make it very easy. At the start and right now, we just need you guys to grow your core audience, the people who enjoy watching you play Valheim or whatever it is in your category. Once you have that audience, you create go lives and streams that appeal to them, such as beating the hardest boss in Valheim. People will click because that's what they want to see. They like your content when it's in that category. But for the first 15 to 30 minutes of that stream, you won't actually be playing the game. You'll be in the Valheim category and you'll have all your stuff set up to play Valheim, but you'll just talk to your chat. You can talk to them about the game, for example, about how much you hate the swamp biome because it is in fact the worst biome in Valheim. Or you can talk about your hobbies and the things you enjoy, like getting a colonoscopy on Fridays. Obviously, you'll let them know that you're going to be playing Valheim in a second, but you just wanted to have a quick chat and hang out and see how people were feeling. You'll find there will be some people who say things like, can you get on with the game or play the game already? and that is totally normal. The thing is, you need to transition out of people wanting you to play a certain game. So you have to push through this and try and balance how long people are willing to spend time on you versus how long they're willing to wait to play the game. If you do these just chatting segments enough, eventually you'll be able to move into the just chatting category, which I'll cover how I did my transition from purely gameplay into the just chatting category in a second, and why that's actually so important for a variety streamer. Another option I've found if you're looking to transition into variety content is pick one day a week and make the first half of the stream the content that matches what your audience wants, and then the second half something similar but not completely the same. For example, Only Trails is a fantastic streamer. He's a good friend of the channel and he mostly does RuneScape content. Now, he wanted to move out of only being forced to do RuneScape content. To do this, he did big event just chatting streams, and one day a week he decided to change it up and do Mindscape, which is a RuneScape clone built entirely inside Minecraft and put on a server. It's different enough that he dropped in viewers, but similar enough that he still kept his sustainable numbers. Once you know what your viewers or your audience demographic wants to see from you, then it's important to start adding unique stakes and or hooks to make them keep coming back so the content doesn't get boring or plain. The three things people become invested in when it comes to your content is usually story, challenges, and stakes. For me, when I was doing mostly gameplay, then my stream, go lives, and my titles would have these three things. For example, the final night, conquering the Elite Four. Will we die? It's now or nothing. Don't miss out. Pokemon Nuzlocke finishes. Or, I'm Bulbasaur after that gym. That won't stop us. Pokemon Fire Red continues. Don't miss your chance to join the team. Chat are Pokemon. These did really well because the actual stakes and challenges are built into the game. But then we add on to the fact that I'm doing a Nuzlocke, which means every Pokemon we lose is dead for good. And if we lose them all, we completely have to restart, meaning the stakes are incredibly high. We then add another layer of investment by saying the chat are the Pokemon because people will click because they want to be named after the team members and be involved in the content and the story of triumphing. So I've actually pivoted away from doing mostly gameplay now, and so my go lives focus on just chatting segments. I actually managed to do this because I followed through with what I said earlier. I would go live in a category like Pokemon Fire Red or whatever I was playing at the time, and I'd do just chatting for 15 to 45 minutes, and I'd really just invest in talking to my chat. After a while, I was able to slowly move over into just chatting content, and now my go lives are something like this. Buying a $280 million mansion to live in with chat. Don't miss your chance to move in. Then Valheim. Or the worst idea ever, buying any outfit that chat picks out tonight. What will you make me wear? Don't miss out. Viking life after with Valheim. Or every American eats marshmallows and potato for dinner. Click here to judge weird American foods. Then we play Breath of the Wild. As a variety streamer, or if you want to be a variety streamer, then these go lives and this process of moving into just chatting is absolutely crucial. If you can get people to click on a stream go live or a stream in general because of you and not because of the game you're playing, then you have won. You have beaten the odds. Congratulations. You've succeeded. If you switch games like variety streamers do, then a viewer might not like the game you're switching to. I saw a dip when I switched from Valheim to Pokemon. Obviously, they're two different. But I still had enough people that my numbers didn't get affected a huge amount. And because I did so much just chatting, I had people clicking on the just chatting segment because they enjoyed it, and then sticking around for Pokemon anyway because they were already there. They weren't clicking for the game Valheim anymore. They were clicking for me, and that is the biggest way to become a variety streamer. Just because people are clicking for me doesn't mean that my go lives don't still need to have hooks and a reason for them to click. If we look at the 3 go lives that I included, well, then you can see where my hooks are. They're very simple. The first is just curiosity. $280 million mansion? What is he talking about? He can't afford that. I want to see. So they click. The second is, what? Eljay's going to wear anything we pick out? I want to see him in an I Love Daddy baby romper. Let's go. And then the third is just light and passive controversy, but it's also true. Americans actually do eat marshmallows and sweet potato in a casserole. I mean, look at this thing. It's horrific. Guys, what are you doing? Light controversy also works with things like doing the dishes is the best chore. Change my mind, because people have an opinion on that and everyone can relate to it. But also, everyone does agree that doing the dishes is the best chore, so it doesn't matter. That said, if you're going to do what I do, where you start each night with a just chatting segment and then play a game after, you'll want to make sure you remind people that something's coming up after. So in my go lives, I usually throw on the end something like, don't miss out, Valheim after. Because that way I'm appealing to the larger demographic of people who want to see me and the just chatting segments, but I'm also appealing to the niche demographic who still only want to watch the Valheim content. It works both ways and I get clicks for both. I'm still going to cover the best hook I've ever done that got me 282 clicks. Remember, don't worry, that's coming up. And I have 2 takeaways that I think you guys need to make sure you understand and know. So I'll cover those in a second. But first, we have to talk about how to use announcements, hype, and honestly, one of the simplest tips for getting more clicks on go lives, it'll actually annoy you. That's how simple it is. So if you have big announcements or big news or big changes to your stream or your life, then you can usually throw in something like that because people are naturally curious about your life and about the stream, and they want to know what the announcements are. Important announcement tonight. Eljay Season 4, then opening a brewery to cure all ailments in Valheim. Do not miss the return. Do you see how this has that announcement twist to it while also letting people know we're going to be continuing our gameplay? Big news, big changes, big hype, new everything. Come check it out. Also finishing Detroit Become Human. Don't miss the conclusion. Again, there's so much excitement there. They want to know what all the changes are, and they're going to continue watching the gameplay. You can also do it when you reach massive milestones, such as thank you for 10k followers, entering the swamp ruins. This is going to go terribly. Viking life continues today. Don't miss out. Or we're back, buying $11 million mansion for chat with 4 houses included. What? Click here to move in, then we play Breath of the Wild. The most important part of this though is you need to understand by using too many hypes or too many announcements or too many big newses, it becomes boring. If you're going to try and use these things, you have to use them sparingly and only for the most important ones. You need mediocre days or bad days in order for the hype days to be more hype. Lucky for me, most of my stream is pretty mediocre, so they're pretty open to being used. The simplest part though, and the part that'll annoy you the most, is that just by adding click here to move into that mansion tour one, I got so many more clicks than the mansion tour from the previous week. It's actually insane. But it makes total sense because the rule of marketing is if you give someone a clear and simple action that matches their intent, they're probably gonna do it. So by just asking people to click, and they already are interested in the hook, they're already interested in the content, they've followed me, they're probably just naturally going to do it. Okay, so there are still 2 takeaways that I need you guys to make sure you understand if you want to grow long-term as a content creator and how to put all of this in action. But first, we have to cover exactly how I tripled or sort of quadrupled my go live clicks for one night. And it's a word that a lot of you guys are gonna hate, but it was by using clickbait. I've always said clickbait is bad, and I 100% stand by that. Bad clickbait is when you say, hey, I'm doing X, but they click and you're not delivering on that promise. That said, if you don't deliver on clickbait, you're gonna get punished either way because people will click, you're not performing what they thought you were performing, so they leave, and therefore your retention rate and average viewers doesn't go up. That is why when I made my go live, LJM_ has gifted you a tier 1 subscription to his channel. I got 282 clicks and a lot of unique chatters in my first hour of my stream. However, even though I did see a dip after that first hour, my overall viewers and my overall chatters for the rest of the stream didn't go below the normal. In fact, they were still better than a normal stream. Creators like Ludwig and Point Crow and so many other people who are more established have used go lives like this or this exact go live. It is a harmless and funny go live in my opinion, and the majority of the people who came by my chat also thought it was harmless and funny. Apart from 2 people who were very, very rude and called me a piece of shit, but at the same time, it was worth the test and we all had a good laugh about it. My stream is entertainment and comedy, or at least it's trying to be. So a go live like this falls in line with delivering on the content. People rock up, and because it turns into a joke, it is something they can laugh off. I've fallen for it as well. Point Crow did it to me and I laughed it off. That said, you have to be very careful using go lives that are just outright clickbait like this. This one is harmless and funny, but other ones can really upset people and it can hurt your trust with your viewers. Okay, so the 2 takeaways for this video. The things that I think you need to remember when you're always making content, or else none of this will matter. First, I want you guys to heavily think about your audience demographic before you go live every single stream. What do they want to see from you, and what types of people do you want in your stream? You can use my video about how to read your Twitch analytics that's linked in the description as well to understand what your audience wants from you. Use that to not only appeal with your go lives, but also with your content in general and keep people returning. This is the crucial and core part of growing your average viewers. The other thing is you need to be unique and use your own ideas. Don't cookie cutter, don't follow exactly what I do. I see a lot of you guys using my exact titles and just copying and pasting them into your stream. This won't work because you guys don't have the same following I do or the same types of content I do. You need to be thinking carefully about your content and how you can make it appealing. And the second crucial part of this, make a Discord. I spoke to a dozen Twitch partners and we worked out that through all of our go lives, the majority of people will click a go live notification if it's from Discord compared to Twitch. The other problem is Twitch doesn't always send out the go lives to every single follower who follows you. Sometimes even people with the bell on won't get a Twitch go live. You need to make a Discord and start getting people into it, because at the end of the day, that is how you grow average viewers, by having a community who you can ping and say, hey, I am live, and they will 100% receive that. You're going to say, I don't have enough viewers to start one yet. I started my Discord when I had 50 followers and 10 average viewers. If you want to actually keep people coming back, you need to start it and create a place for them to spend time and build a community. It is crucial. But with all of that, you guys should know how to keep people coming back to your content now and understanding the audience demographic and their intent. I hope the video was helpful. Because you watched all the way to this part, comment the code word Shazam down below so I know who's 100% crew. Catch you guys next week. Bye.